Hello, my friend, and welcome back to your daily dose of Broodwar. Today, we're going to be looking at a game from New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, actually, 2024, January 1st. It's Royal here, spawning at the top center versus Snow. So both these guys starting off the new year with a little bit of PvT. Hope your New Year's going good so far. Let me know in the comments down below what New Year's resolutions you guys have. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subs. We're getting pretty close. And yeah, I got a few other things that I'm working on as well. Would love to learn some more about video editing. I've been putting in a lot of effort into video editing recently. Studying about DaVinci Resolve, which is the software that I use. And I'm trying to get better, trying to learn as much as I can and put together some better quality videos, just up my quality standard for not only my replays, but all my videos. If you guys haven't checked out the BSL video, I actually put like, I don't even know. I would say maybe a week, maybe 5 days of about like 8 hours per day. Putting that video together. It was a lot of work, but finally managed to put it together. And I'm sure that it takes a lot of time, but there's a lot of ways to streamline things I haven't discovered yet. Like finding one of the hardest things I find is finding clips. Because you've got your timeline, you've got all your clips in a big pile, and you're just trying to figure out like, okay, which clip do I want? You're like constantly trying to cut clips out of longer videos and put them all together. And then you're going back and looking through like, oh, where's that clip? I know that I have a video of this somewhere. And you're like looking through all these different timelines and long videos to try and find that one clip that you need for this one portion of the video. Anyway, I've gone on long enough, guys. We're getting into this game now. Both players opening very, very standard. Nothing out of the ordinary here. You can see gas geyser only being mined by one SCV, and I guess the only thing of note to say right now is that Snow did not scout. He got scouted first here by Royal, and he did not send out a probe scout at all, so he's just going to be going straight Dragoon. He canceled his upgrade here. Interesting. So he's going to cancel his range, drop the Nexus. And then will he go for a Robo? Or is he going to go directly back into that range? We're going to have a command center coming up here in the natural. Just a few seconds. This feels very reminiscent of a game that I already cast. It certainly, it isn't, is it? I haven't cast this before. This is January 1st. And I haven't cast any Royal, have I? No, I don't think I've casted any Royal in the new year. Something was tripping me out about this game, guys. The fact that he canceled range here made me feel like, did I watch this already? But no, I don't think I have. I don't recognize this barcode either. I know that it's Royal because I looked it up, but I don't think I've seen that barcode before. Man, that was a real nostalgia feeling there. Not a nostalgia, deja vu feeling there when he canceled that. I'm gonna come to the front here. Trying to pick off a Marine or two. Looks like you're gonna get a couple of Marines. Almost losing the Dragoon. It's getting a little low. Does need to be careful not to lose that. May end up getting the first Vulture though. Oh, just pick that off. Okay. He lost the Dragoon, but he got to get the Vulture. He did get the Vulture, and now he might get a second Vulture here. Another Marine pops out just in time. Will he get the Dragoon? 1 HP. Oh, my goodness. This Dragoon, dude, with 5 kills. Gonna walk home with just 1 HP. Wow, that is frustrating for our Terran player. Good God. How annoying is that, man? Let that... Oh, he almost gets it. 10 HP. 10 hit points on that shield. Almost losing a Vulture again. Does have some mines coming out. He lost 2 early vultures though, so missing out on 6 early mines. Pretty rough. Gonna be able to dodge that. Oh, tank comes out. He was trying to get through this minefield there, but finally does lose that Dragoon. So evening things out a little bit here. Royal pushing back these early Dragoons, and that was a lot of pressure, but it seems like Royal has sustained it no problem. He's got his supply depots rolling here. Second factory's on the way. Engineering base coming up. It's not sure exactly what's coming here, but you can be pretty confident that it's going to be Reaver when you're going up against Snow. You just know. You just know that it's going to be Reaver pretty much 100% of the time. I mean, there are those rare instances, obviously, where he's going to go for something different. He might go for like more of a mass gateway style, just go for drops, that type of thing. But sometimes, occasionally, DT we do see out of Snow too, but this is like a 99.99% of the time. And we didn't see any conversation between these two at the beginning of the game, so I don't think that Royal has revealed the fact that he is indeed that pro player. Instead, he's just a random barcode player on the ladder who Snow will have to respect, but he doesn't know who he actually is, and he's just gonna go Reaver as his standard play. The Dragoon pressure in the early game, obviously just checking his opponent to see, you know, how good are you exactly at controlling your early game units, and it proves that he's pretty darn good. They pick off a couple of Dragoons, and this is gonna have to fall back here. He sees the pressure that's coming his way and realizes that, well, I'm probably gonna need this Reaver back at home to defend this push. So he does turn around. Good back and forth here by Snow and Royal so far. This push out could have dealt some damage, but if the Reaver's there, it can't do anything. So he just turns around and heads back home, keeping all of his tanks alive and not taking any damage from the Reaver as well. This is really, really good for Royal. And just look at the setup in here. It's so perfect. The setup is absolutely magnificent. I think the only place you can drop is like right there without taking a mine shot. Oh, he's gonna take a mine hit. No, he didn't. Oh, wow. That was impressive, guys. Oh! Oh my god, he picked it up again. Are you kidding me? Yo! He picked it up again. He's gonna get another shot here. Tank kill. Does eat the damage from that first tank shot, but the Reaver getting some more kills here. One more shot. Nope, not able to get it. The shuttle is getting a little low, so he's gotta be careful. One more hit. Oh! Oh! Keeping that alive. Oh, man. The things you can do in turn rate 24. I'm sure that's what we've got here between these two. Both in South Korea. Both, I'm sure, with fantastic internet. Able to juggle that Reaver in and out. Dodge the mine hits. Almost giving me a heart attack multiple times there. The Reaver goes down. It is a very bad situation, but he keeps the Reaver alive, and now he's got a second one out. He hasn't really done much damage, but he hasn't taken much damage on his part. For his part either. Laying down some mines here behind enemy lines. Ooh. Neither of those mines connected? Wow. That was kind of crazy. Pretty impressive. I think, like, they both were on high ground. Two of these were on low ground. One of them had already been hit. And the other, like, the one targeted, and then the other two targeted the mine that hadn't been hit yet. And they all hit, all landed, and all the mines blew up. That's, like, that's really hard to calculate the likelihood of that actually happening. But, yeah, I might have to look at that later. Maybe I'll throw it up on screen. The slow-mo version of exactly what happened there, because that is very, very low percentage chance of actually occurring. Now, dropping a Reaver in the main base once again. He wanted to get a shot off on this tank, but it's not going to happen. Maybe he dives this, though. He does have 2 shuttles now, but the push is already coming out here from Royal. Royal putting together a pretty nasty push with 5 Goliaths in there. This is a calculated push, calculated to defeat an army like this. One of these shuttle-based forces. Now he's coming in with the double shuttle. Gonna drop right on top of this tank. And here comes the Reaver in the back. Double Reaver, in fact. Big hit on that first shot from this Reaver. Another great hit here. Royal getting absolutely annihilated. Oh my gosh. So much damage here. He's gonna lose the Reavers and the shuttle. All he needs to do is hold on against this, though. Look at how many SCVs are left over. 39. 39 SCVs to 63 probes. Royal is limping right now, but he's still got this army. Remember, the army has not been reduced. Those Reavers killed a lot of probes, but it's still up to Snow to hold on against this push. He's going to run forward here. Perfect timing from Snow, picking off a tank and then abandoning ship, running back away from these tanks. Really nice moves there. That's why it's so important to leapfrog your tanks forward. You know, part of them going to be unsieged and then the other part moves forward. Ooh, he's going to come around this side part here. And this has not been mined by Royal, unfortunately. Royal has no idea that this is right here now. Okay, sees it with the SCV. But unfortunately, he's not going to be able to reinforce this push now. The push is going to not be able to be reinforced, and the counterattack is going to be strong here. He's pushing up. I'm going to picture this. We're going to watch this fight over here. As Royal pushes forward, Snow is doing a counterattack. Royal unsieging, moving up little by little. This army thinking about joining the counterattack, but maybe it should come back and actually save this natural. Natural starting to go down. Here comes that engagement. A lot of different angles here from Snow's army. Zealots coming in from all sides. Dragoons hitting here at the front. Royal losing the majority of his army. Everything going down here. Snow is going to clear this. And meanwhile, back at home, so much damage has been done here. He lost a bunch of supply depots. I don't know how many tanks and vultures were killed as they were coming out, but there is now another force that's come forward here, and we've got another base over in the top left. Nice mine connection as well. Losing a couple more tanks, but dealing with the rest of the Dragoons. Not the worst in the world, actually. We're still in an okay position. It's not great. Ever since that Reaver drop happened, it's been a little bit rough, but the fact that this survived, I guess Snow didn't know about that. The fact that that's still alive is actually pretty big. It's gonna give Royal a fighting chance. He's still gonna be alive in this game, at least, because of this third base. Storm is now coming up. We've got upgrades rolling here, +2 on the way. Now that that science facility finally finished. Gonna spread out here, and Royal just needs to be on full defense mode right now. He needs to defend his main with a lot of mines and turrets. And he's got to focus on defending this third and natural at the same time. So parking the majority of his army right here is going to be a great position. Make sure there's lots of mines here. Make sure there's lots of mines over here. Try to keep himself alive until he can mount another big push. He's probably going to have to wait till around 160 supply for that to make that happen. So plenty of time right now for Snow to do his deed, do his work here on the map. Get lots of bases up, tons of gateways down, and really get his tech rolling as well. So his Templar tech is starting to pump out. He's still building Reavers, as of course he is. It is Snow. This man loves his Reaver play, and he's going to continue to get damage in the main base somehow. Getting in there and dealing that damage. Oh my god, one hit away from losing the shuttle. There it is. The shuttle goes down. One more shot from this Reaver. Does get another Goliath there as it gets taken out. Another turret will have to be thrown up here, because you know that Snow is going to come back and try to harass that position again and again and again. Always back here in the main base, making a problem for this Terran player. And he actually needs another turret here too. He really does. He needs a turret right there, and he needs more mines up here. because you know that Snow is looking at that main base. He's like, hey, I opened that position up a little bit earlier. I think there's some more space to get in there now. He's going to go for a Templar drop. Here we go. First storms of the game are going to come through. Zealot's being dropped. Reaver going to be dropped as well. Looks like he will end up losing this shuttle, but he's opened up the position to send in the true drop here. This is the damage dealer drop with all of the storms in the pocket. Where is he going to drop them? He's waiting for SCVs to come back, but it seems actually like Royal knows. He's figured it out. He knows. Oh, great storm there to pick off a ton of those vultures, but he will lose both the storm boys here. Both the Templar are going to go down. And not too many SCV kills, you know? He actually handled that really reasonably well. Lost quite a few vultures, but I think that's okay for dealing with that drop. And needs another turret up here, of course. Again, now this time he's going to add more. Another turret there, really closing up this position. But here comes Snow once again, filled to the brim with Zealots and Templar. He's going to try and attack this main base. Once again, this missile turret's not done. Missile turret. Oh, he gets the mine connection there that he was looking for. Mine connection on the Templar. Removing that immediately. Trying to dodge with the SCVs here. Pretty good dodging, actually. We're kind of weaving away and finding a little pocket up here where the storms could not hit. One more Templar in that shuttle. That's a bit annoying that that's still alive. He's going to build a Wraith? No. Thought he was going to build a Wraith to clean that up. A fourth base is being produced. Vultures are out on the map, kind of harassing around. Which are looking for a probe to kill. They can get this probe. That's nice. See, no Nexus here yet. Nexus down here with probes being transferred. We're going to get into that massive late game Protoss with huge amounts of income. That's very, very hard to deal with. But as long as you're not transferring into or changing into... oh gosh, more kills here. Dropping down to 50 workers. I mean, that's still a pretty good healthy supply of workers. Not too bad. But yeah, as long as we're not transferring into carrier here, as long as there's not like, 4 or 5 Stargates back here, we don't have to be that scared as Terran. We just have to get our 4th base online. So we have to push out. We have to take this high ground, and we get our 4th base online, and then we can just kind of chill again. We can just relax for a little while. Wait until we get to a max supply, but... even if the Protoss has the majority of the map, I mean, if he has everything on the map, it's not going to be good. But even if he has, this base here, this base, and all these bases, and then he's maybe taking this one, you're still going to be okay as Terran. You just need to get up to that max supply and have that Giga army, the giant Terran mech ball that is so hard for the Protoss to actually approach with this gateway-focused army. Moving forward here, got to be very careful with how we position these tanks. Tanks, if they are too stacked up, just a few storms will absolutely obliterate them. One EMP going down on a bunch of these Dragoons. It's not a bad use of the EMP, but you want to save it for Templar if you can. Okay, first Templar being dropped here, dealing some damage with that storm. Mines being dragged as well. Those are very nice movement with that Zealot there to drag the mines in. We're at about 150 supply, so we're just below the supply. Okay, now getting up to 160. We're right around the supply where we can actually hold off a full-on Protoss, 200 army. And Snow, I mean, he's just kind of letting him have it. He's going to let him have it. He's going to let him back up or, take this 4th base while simultaneously dropping a ton of gateways down here in the bottom left and starting his air weapons as well. So there is the potential to switch into carriers late game. There it is. Stargates are being thrown down. Where are they being thrown down? I have no idea. Here? Oh, interesting. Right in the mineral line of the main base. So we've got some Stargates coming up now. So this is putting a timer. This is putting a timer onto Royal here. He does need to attack before there's like 12 carriers out. Yeah, that's the timer that we're putting on. It's quite a long timer. There's still a lot of time before 2 Stargates can get that many carriers out on the map, but the timer does exist, and now we're at 191 supply. Actually, we're ready to move forward. Here we go. Royal pushing up. Gonna snipe off that shuttle immediately. A pretty decent storm and a second follow-up storm to kill off that tank as well. Not bad. But really great targeting there by Royal to pick off that shuttle. He's moving forward with his entire army. Encroaching on this middle position. If he holds the middle of the map, things are going to get very difficult for Snow. Ooh, dragging in mines, but not getting the connections. Another storm going to go down here. Focus fire on the Templar is very, very good. Another mine drag. Snow is so good, man. Pulling up these mines. Getting damage with the storms here. Just little bit by little bit. Falling back slowly but surely. Allowing the Terran to extend himself farther and farther out on this map. It's really beautiful to watch both these players in the way they advance or retreat. So smooth with the way that they play. But now I think Snow has decided it's time to go. Oh, no, he turns around. Interesting. I thought he was about to pull the trigger there, but he changes his mind. And quite a lot of Protoss has actually been thrown away now. Another storm gets prevented there. This storm should go off well. Getting some good damage here. Is Royal starting to get a little impatient, pushing up towards this high ground. He allows some good storms to go down, but a lot of Dragoons fall as well. Vulture's gonna run up now on top of this, killing off all of the Templar here and dealing with these Zealots pretty well. Still a large tank count here for Royal. He's done a fantastic job this game and pushed back Snow into his little corner here. Plenty more units coming out here, but the observers just aren't there right now. Taking some damage to those mines. Pretty good for Royal. Ooh, good storms there on the Goliaths. Removing them is actually a critical piece of the puzzle here for Snow in dismantling this push. If he gets rid of the Goliaths, oh wow, another round of Goliaths making its way to the front. Did Royal spot this? Did he spot this and start building Goliaths intentionally? He's building 7 Goliaths at a time, by the way. 7 Goliaths at a time. He must have spotted that. He must have scanned and seen the carrier transition. Pushing down here to the bottom left. Snow is retreating all the way back into this main base now. He does need to fight, though, however. He's got to try and clean this army. Got 3-1 for Royal. This army is insanely powerful. That's a lot of Goliaths, though. It's not really what you want versus an army like this. Just pure Zealot, Templar, and Dragoon. The Goliaths really aren't going to fight well against that. And look at these storms, dude. Just ripping apart this army. Oh, my God. Dropping them down to just 125 supply, but quickly hopping back up. The macro engine of Royal is insane. Needs to be very careful with this army, though. Position in a location where it can actually hold on. I think that's the key right now. He's got to keep this army alive, if at all possible. Some Templar coming. No Zealots going to be dropped on top of this while the army comes out from behind as well. He's going to be able to crush and kill this army. Unfortunately, it will not be able to retreat. This outpost army here of Royal is going to be defeated. More storms going to come down here, or is he going to target those out? Yeah, he does throw down the storms, makes another Archon here. Everything being pushed back, including these Goliaths right now, but quite a bank for Royal overall. Maybe slipping slightly in his macro, but he's got 4 bases. GG? Really? Royal taps out. I was not expecting that. I thought he was still doing okay. But when his push was broken, maybe he felt like he didn't have any further chance. And I really think that he scanned and saw the Stargates here with the carrier tech and was like, oh, you're just gonna go carriers, so I better build full on Goliath. If he'd gone like Vulture tank and just mixed in a smattering of Goliaths rather than just full Goliath production, I think he would have taken a lot better fight down here, and he might have been able to push in and maybe destroy this. Maybe he was just tired of messing around with snow, and after losing that attack down towards the bottom left, he just taps out. Definitely if this was like an ASL match, I think he would have stuck in there and tried to fight it out in the long game. But on ladder here, the same rules do not apply. The same level of pressure does not apply. Players are able to, throw in some more creative play and mess around a little bit more, be a little bit more creative, because there's not that pressure, but also they do not tend to fight all the way to the end. That's pretty rare to see these guys go all the way, but it's also rare to see them tap out that quickly. I'm a little disappointed that he did decide to do that, but it is what it is, guys. This has been your daily dose of Brood War, and I'll see you tomorrow.